Sometimes history can be changed without a single shot being fired. In 1 second, the fate of 100 million people could have been sealed. In October 1962, the closest moment in the Cold War that had almost led to several million people dying. It brought attention to the concept of MAD, also known as mutually assured destruction, not an officially recognized U.S. doctrine or military strategy, but it was understood that if one country attacked, the other would respond with full force. When the missiles were discovered in Cuba with a spy plane, President JFK had to make an immediate decision that could have changed the world. One option was to take immediate action and bomb the missile sites and invade Cuba to eliminate the threat immediately, which was suggested by Kennedy's advisors. This would have gotten rid of the issue at hand, but could have made the Soviet Union respond with full-scale nuclear war. Later historians estimated that the chances that this would have led to nuclear war were as high as 1 in 3, and possibly caused 100 million fatalities. Kennedy had chosen an alternative choice, which was to set up a naval quarantine, to try and solve this more diplomatically rather than using force, recognizing the reality of MAD. He had communicated with Soviet leader Khrushchev, and both had realized the danger of leaving the other with no choice but to respond with nuclear weapons. This led to an agreement where the USA would remove its missiles from Turkey and the Soviet Union would take its missiles out of Cuba. These dangers had a significant impact on society during the time. The public became aware that nuclear war could happen suddenly and accidentally. This had spread fear and worry throughout the public. The government realized how it could end millions if there was a miscommunication or an accident, leading to the creation of the Moscow-Washington hotline. It also led to many arms control agreements to limit and reduce the number of atomic weapons. While MAD stopped nuclear war from happening during the Cold War, its influence isn't that strong now. Russia now believes that the United States doesn't have enough nuclear power to respond to Putin's nuclear threats. The USA is now attempting to close the gap in technology, but just relying on regular military power isn't enough anymore to deter them. When atomic weapons are introduced into the equation, the USA's advantage in conventional military power doesn't matter anymore. The idea of MAD is less effective now that it is used as a tool for intimidation and pressure. Russia uses nuclear threats to discourage the United States' involvement in conflicts, believing that the USA would avoid escalation. The more that nuclear technology advances, the deterrent power of the United States will continue to weaken unless something changes.